Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel, Book Talks with Yo. My name is Yoanna and today I'm sharing with you 7 books that I think I will love. Why am I doing this? I am bad at predicting things. But anyways, welcome to this video. Today I will try my best to predict 7 books that I think I will love when I finally end up reading them. And whether this is successful or a complete failure, and I don't know my reading taste at all, is yet to be determined. So that might be turned into a reading vlog sometime soon. But yeah, today I will try to determine something like my 4.5 or 5-star predictions. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, the first book on my list is We Are Not Free by Tracy Chee. And yes, there is rhyme. So basically, I saw this book on Heya Bookland's Instagram, and the moment I saw her post, she was saying how much she loved it and how it was one of her new all-time favorite books, and I knew that I would like it probably because we tend to have a similar reading taste, and I've found some great recommendations from her previously. So yeah, I knew I would like it, but I didn't know how much. And then I read the synopsis, and I don't know what about it, but something about it just really gripped me, and I knew that I would probably love it and probably give it 5 stars. I might be completely wrong on this, but I really have a strong feeling about it. And basically what this book is about those 14 teens that are Nisai, or second generation Japanese American citizens, and their lives are completely turned upside down pretty much during the massive incarceration of people with Japanese ancestry during the Second World War. And this is a period of history that I know very little about, but I want to change this and learn more, so I believe that this book would provide me with this opportunity. And as well as that, I know that it also shows how those young people have to stick together and try and live their lives when everything around them is just falling apart and it's just changing. So yeah, it's a YA historical fiction, so I know I will love it. Next up, we have Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas. Yes, this is the same author of The Cemetery Boys that I said I wanted to read last autumn. And did I read it? No. But will I? Yes, eventually. I wanted to, but I just didn't get to it. And this will be a trend here. But yeah, never mind. This particular book is about this small coastal town of Astoria, I think, where children start going missing all of a sudden. And I think it's something like a Peter Pan retelling or what happened after type of story, but I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on this. And I know that we have Wendy, and people start demanding answers from her when the children start going missing. But she's desperately trying to flee from something that happened in her past that has some connection with this story. So this is what she's trying to do. And then we also have Peter Pan, who is this boy that she thought only existed in her dreams, but actually turned out to be real. And he is telling her that if they don't do something, the children will die. And yeah, this is pretty much all I know, but honestly I don't need more to know that I'll probably like or even love this book. And unfortunately, it hasn't been released yet, and Amazon tells me I'll be able to order it at the end of April. So we'll have to wait some more, but nonetheless, I believe that I'll love it. And just look at its cover. The cover is amazing and I need to have this. I'm so looking forward to buying it and reading it. And I'm actually scared going into a book with such high hopes, but it's too late to not have expectations. So, the next book I'm really expecting to love is Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. This is a book I know very little about, but it doesn't stop me being excited about it. I know that we follow 12 different characters, and I think most of them are Black British women. And yeah, that's all I know. And I know that they tell the stories of their lives, of their friends and families and lovers throughout the years. and really sounds like such an original premise. And I know that a lot of topics are explored in this book, and it actually won the Man Booker Prize in 2019, I think. And I don't know what it is about their books, but I've loved most of the books that have either been nominated or won that prize, so I really trust them. And it's something different from the things I've read before, so yeah, I'm excited to give it a go. Okay, next one is probably the book I'm most hyped about, and this is The Storied Life of AJvickery by Gabrielle Zafin, I think. And let me just quickly read you something that I first found out when I was researching this book, and it really made me want to read it. And this is: we are not quite novels, we are not quite short stories. In the end, we are all collected works. So yeah, this is all I needed to know, that this is something interesting and something I will probably love. And so in this book we have AJvickery, whose life is not what he thought it would be, as his wife has recently died. His book sales, because he has a bookstore, I think, are not going quite so well. And most recently, he has lost, or his most valued possession has been stolen, which is a collection of Poe's poems. And pretty much that makes him want to isolate himself from the whole world, and even the books around him don't bring him joy anymore. But this is until one day he receives this small package through his door that changes his whole view on the world. And yeah, as I said, this is pretty much all I know. It's very vague, but I don't want to spoil myself, so I won't research it further. And I love books about books and book lovers, so I think I would love it. So I'm sorry if the angle just randomly changed, but my camera decided to die in the middle of filming. Very, very helpfully. But yeah, never mind. The next book I am going to talk about is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia. I forgot her surname, but I'm gonna put it in the caption. But yeah, pretty much Chloe Brown is chronically ill. She makes this list of 7 goals or directives to help her get a life, in a way. And the first thing she accomplishes is to move out from her parents' mansion. So she does this, and some of the other things on her list is to enjoy a drunken night out, to ride a motorcycle, to travel the world with nothing but hand luggage, to, what was it else? To have a meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex, and to do something bad. But in order to do something bad, it turns out to be harder than she thought it would be, and she actually includes this guy who is handsome, but he's a tattooist, I think, and at night he is secretly an artist. And she includes him in her plan to rebel. But yeah, this is all I know. I know there will be a love story, I know it's funny, I know what it's sad, of course, as well. But I've heard people say great things about this book, so I'm excited to check it out. Next one I believe I will love is Longborne by Jo Baker. And this is pretty much something like a Pride and Prejudice retelling, but from the perspective of the servants. And yeah, this is all I need to know that I will love it. It has Pride and Prejudice in it, so I'm sure I would like it. It is from the perspective of Sarah, who is this orphaned maid who takes care of the house and all the duties in the house, and it shows the life behind the scenes in a way. But everything changes when this new footman arrives at the house, and the life of the servants is pretty much turned upside down. But yeah, I think that this story would make the Bennett's home come alive and would transfer me to this time and this place and this period once again. So I don't know what else I can wish for. It's a historical fiction as well, so you know me, I will love it probably. And last but definitely not least on my list is The City Baker's Guide to Country Living by Louise Mueller. And this book, all I know about this book is that it's probably the coziest book on my TBR, and I actually first heard about it in Gilmore Girls inspired readathon. So now every time I hear this book, every time someone talks about this book, I cannot help it but imagine the series and Zuki, and it just makes me smile. And yeah, I know that it's about this girl, I think her name is Olivia, and she used to be this big Boston pastry chef, but some accident happens and she decides to escape the big city for a while and move to this small town in Vermont where her best friend Hannah lives. And she's offered a job there, so she decides to permanently stay and moves into this small house with her big, enormous dog. And yeah, I know that it's about the small town life that she falls in love with, about baking her delicious goodies, and there's also some love interest there. And yeah, I don't need to know much. I know that it will make me smile, I know that it's cozy, and I'm already dreaming about it. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my new videos. Please let me know down in the comments if you've read any of those books that I mentioned today and what were your thoughts on them. Thank you once more for watching, and I really hope to see you all next time. Until then, have a smiley week. Bye!